கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டனிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Now we will proceed with the lighting of the lamp ceremony. I request the student volunteers to assist the delegates and dignitaries on the stage to proceed towards the lighting of the lamp. We request Ms. Dakshina to join the lighting of the lamp, and we also request Secretary Sir, Madhukandan Sir to join.
Madam.
Welcome all the dignitaries on stage for today's International Women's Day program in Chakra Medical College and Hospital. It's been a privilege and honor to be joined by our special guest, Tirumati P. Uma Maheshwari, IAS Secretary, Tamil Nadu Public Services Commission. Thank you, Madam, for taking time, in spite of your busy schedule, to be with us today on this magnanimous day. It's been a busy morning and all of us had a busy year too. With much of the world's attention focused on global masses, we are kicking off the Women's Day program at Chakra Medical College and Hospital with today's program. All the delegates and dignitaries seated on the stage need no introduction, but I will take just a minute to introduce all of them for the benefit of the audience and students who joined us today. Leading the dignitaries list on the stage is our beloved chairperson, respected Madam Professor Dr. M. Mala. Please give us a rousing applause. She is the chairperson, managing trustee of Tagore Educational Trust. Though Sir has not joined us on stage today, Sir is the secretary of Tagore Educational Trust. Mr. G. Manikandan, please welcome him in his absence with another round of applause. We are also joined today by an young raising lady of the next generation leadership for Tagore Educational Trust. I hope Ms. Dakshina would not mind me calling the next generation leader. Dakshina, thank you for joining us on stage. And as I said, we are honored and privileged by our Chief Guest of Honor, Tirumati P. Uma Maheshwari IAS Madam. Special honor to us to have a leader like you join our celebrations and give us a rope of inspiration to set our goals at a higher level. We are also joined on stage by iconic leader Dr. Vidiyal, Dean, Vidiyal Medical College and The Vice Principal, sir, has joined us as Vice Principal recently. Thank you, sir, for being on stage for Women's Day. As you can see, it's a mix of both genders, and the title and theme for this year is Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. I hope the Chief Guest and Chairperson will enlighten us about the theme of this Women's Day, so I will not take your time further to talk about this theme. I would now invite our respected Dean Madam, Dr. Vidiyal, to tell you the welcome address as well as introduce our Chief Guest. Madam.
Respected Chief Guest, Madam Umayeshwari IAS, Secretary to Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, most beloved Chairperson of our hospital, Madam Mana, the little Chairperson we happily call Miss Dakshina. We all consider to be still a child, but she's going to be a woman to be. And respected Medical Superintendent, respected Vice Principal Dr. Gopalan, all the HODs of various departments, the recipients of awardees, the Women's Day Celebration awardees, the students, the staff nurses, and all ladies and gentlemen. It's a very pleasant morning to one and all here. It gives me a great pleasure to be a part of this Women's Day celebration. We have been celebrating Women's Day for many years, but this gives me an extra pleasure to see such a big crowd and enthusiasm in all the main faculties and other people despite their busy schedule have joined our Women's Day celebration. This day is a day to celebrate the empowerment of women and to recognize and appreciate all the great things that have been done by women. And one such person, an apt chief guest for us is Madam Umayeshwari IAS, and I take immense pleasure and pride in welcoming you, madam, for having joined this function despite your busy schedule. Thank you, madam, for joining us today. And the most dynamic, the pillar of motivation and guidance for us is Mala ma'am and Secretary sir, but for whom this program would have been possible. I am extremely happy to welcome our ma'am and sir for this function. As I said before, I take great pleasure in welcoming our woman to be the next chairperson, the 50th chairperson of the hospital and Tamil Medical College, Ms. Lakshmi. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all the postgraduates, the heads of the departments, the faculty, and all the enthusiastic, amazing women who are gathered here to celebrate this function. March 8th is always marked and celebrated as Women's Day world over, and theme has been set is the gender equality for today for a better sustenance of life. This is a day to give a reminder about the equality in work, a world that does not have any gender bias, that does not have any selfishness, and everybody is treated and valued equally. So we know that demanding for a gender equality is not a demand, it is not a request. It is always the right of every woman. Every woman is talented, and we know that women are always considered to be a reservoir of untapped talents. And here we have a lot of women who have got a lot of talents, and this day we take it as the most important day to celebrate ourselves. I always feel that celebration of Women's Day for a single day is not enough. The dignities of a woman should be respected each and every day in college and in college and civil ladies. And the best to register Tivalu and focus on the tribal welfare by issuing tribal community certificates, releasing modern laborers and rehabilitating them. As Chennai Metropolitan Limited Project CMR project implementation officer work towards obtaining funds from JICA, that is the Japan International Cooperation Agency, and finalize the project's alignment and obtain land for the project. Obtain project sanction for Tamil Nadu Health System Reforms Program from Government of India and World Bank to the tune of rupees 2.857 crores. The project director for Chief Minister's Comprehensive Health Insurance Scheme, Madam has increased the coverage from 1 lakh to 5 lakhs of a family. As a director, as a district collector, I know Madam is a district collector for Mumbai
gives Vidiyal her Women's Day message.
A very warm morning to the entire staff of Medical College team who have gathered today, and a very happy Women's Day to all the lovely ladies who have gathered here. I would also like to initially thank Dr. M. Mala, your chairperson and managing trustee of the Tagore Educational Trust, the Secretary, Mr. Manikandan, Professor Dr. Durga Lingaraj, your Dean, Professor Dr. R. Karunanidhi, your Medical Superintendent, and Dr. Gopalan, your Vice Principal, and of course, the staff and dear students. So I would first like to convey my deepest appreciation for all the excellent work undertaken by this trust under the guidance of Dr. Mala. I also happened to learn that she has been bestowed with the Best Woman Entrepreneur Award by the Government of Tamil Nadu for her outstanding contribution in the technical education sector. Congratulations, Doctor. I happened to be going through your website yesterday, and I understand that your medical college aims to be one among the top medical colleges not only in the state but pan India, imparting quality education and proving you students to be excellent as well as ethical professionals and most important, responsible citizens. My best wishes to the entire team for the realization of this noble mission. My sincere appreciation to the team whom I knew in my tenure as project director in the health department. Your team has been doing a lot of good work in the tertiary care in the government sector. Keep up the good work. So let me focus on the special day. So today is the International Women's Day. I'm honored to be addressing you all on the occasion of this day for this year of 2022. The theme for the Women's Day has been given in your invite and it has been showcased in your banner as well. It talks about gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow. We all would agree as to the theme, but even more striking was actually the campaign theme that has been given globally, break the bias. So I thought this was even more striking in today's parlance. Dear women and all those who are gathered here, we all know. Can I ask you one simple basic question? Are all the women here happy? Are all of us happy? Yes, I suppose so. So all the women here are happy. So wherever there is happiness, there is a reason for celebration. And that is the reason why Women's Day is celebrated as a gala event. So what is this celebration about? Is it only about giving discounts for women in restaurants, salons, malls, etc.? Of course, today's newspapers and magazines were carrying a lot of women achievements and lot of their good work that has been happening by these women. So with this glorifying news of Women's Day today, the day ends like everything. So what is the purpose of Women's Day? So I was trying to understand what was the reason for celebrating International Women's Day. Way back somewhere in 1848, there was this feminist movement in which many things that we take as a right today for women, especially the equality, the right to vote, the right to work, the right for an equal pay, the right to make your own decisions, the right to live independently. All of this started way back then in the feminist movement. So I suppose all of us can say that we have achieved this today. So we are successful, career-driven professionals, and some of us even choose to stay at home, nurturing mothers. So more significantly, we also happen to be reading a lot of gender only partial. Now let me give you a quick brainstorming session and let me tell you about a person who was like one of you, and I would want the audience to kindly respond with any guesses as to whom I am saying. She was an educator, she was a surgeon, she was a lawmaker, she was a social reformer. Any guesses from the audience? None. She was the first woman legislator, and despite all the opposition, she moved the anti-polygamy bill in the year of 1930. Any guesses? I can hear it. Someone loudly can say that. She was a campaigner for women's rights. Yes, doctor, you got it. What is the name of this woman? Excellent. Let us all give an applause to the doctor who gave the correct answer. Now, just for your knowledge, I come from I've already worked in this district where she came from. Like how your dean doctor had mentioned, I was there in Pudukottai a year back as the district collector there. And I happened to, out of curiosity, learn so much about this doctor there. She was a campaigner of women's rights, and she set up a separate hostel for the Muslim girls and provided scholarship for the Harijan girls and recommended for raising the marriage age of the girls at least to the age of 16. She was the driving force behind one of the biggest cancer institutes in India, and she also started the Cancer Relief Fund. She was the first chairperson of the State Social Welfare Board and also brought improvements to the Children's Aid Society. And she was the first and only woman candidate of MMC, and she was the first house surgeon of the government maternity and ophthalmic hospital. And thanks to all of you, because many of you made the guesses, some of you were able to say, some of you were not able to say, but Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy is a role model for each one of you. Being a medico and you being medical professionals, this is one icon I think we all should be proud of and emulate. Just by way of conclusion, coming from the government side, I would like to say that the government has been taking a number of initiatives towards empowering and upliftment of every woman in our state. Societal transformation requires a joint effort by the states as well as by the citizens, irrespective of your gender. Now, what is exactly our role? We need to strive to create awareness among women, young as well as old, and this requires intervention. Therefore, dear all, do not be hesitant to come forward. So I would like to just leave with one takeaway message for today's Women's Day. Let us celebrate Women's Day every day in our life by stepping in and creating awareness and also intervening for those who are in need. Thank you once again.
Thank you for that uplifting insight, Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy. Now we will proceed with felicitation of our chief guest with Tagore Women of the Year Award. As all of us know, Tagore Women of the Year Award was initiated in the year 2020, and this is the third edition of Tagore Women of the Year Award. Now we request our beloved chairperson, Professor Dr. Mala Madam, to bless out the third.
தின கொண்டாட்டங்களில் கலந்து கொண்டேன். இங்கே நிறைய பெரும்பான்மையான மகளிர் வந்து இந்த நிறுவனத்தில் பயின்று வருகிறார்கள். அவர்களை ஊக்குவிக்கும் விதமாக இந்த மகளிர் தினம் ஏற்பாடு செய்த இந்த தாகூர் மெடிக்கல் காலேஜை சேர்ந்த டாக்டர் மாலா அவர்களுக்கும் டீன் டாக்டர் அவர்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். குறிப்பாக மகளிர் வந்து நம்முடைய தமிழக அரசாங்கம் அவர்கள் நலனுக்காக பல்வேறு நலத்திட்டங்களை செம்மையாக செயல்படுத்தி வந்து கொண்டிருக்கும் இந்த சமயத்தில் பொதுமக்களாகிய அனைவரும் அதற்கு உறுதுணையாக இருந்து மகளிர்களுக்கு உரிய நேரத்தில் அவர்களுக்கு தேவையான விழிப்புணர்வு, அறிவுரை மற்றும் இந்த நலத்திட்டங்கள் குறித்த விவரங்களை தெரிவிக்க அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
By our respected chief guest and other dignitaries, we request Dr. Akharad, the madam in audience, our senior professors, Dr. Brenda madam, come onto the stage and receive the first copy of the Tagore Medical magazine, released by our VDL, and by the three women of the IAS officer, Rachna, madam, please join us on the stage for the release of the magazine. Dr.